Hi. In brief, in 5 minutes. In short, compressed. How to brake, how to stop 3 kiloton rolling stock. Who, when, and how invented the idea, methodology, which exists till today. 154 years ago, 1869, George Westinghouse had an idea how to simultaneously, all at once, stop the train. His idea was very basic. First, let's imagine a father pulling 3 kids on slates in the winter season. You will have kids 1, 2, 3 in 3 separate slates. Let's imagine the father decides to stop for a while. So the idea is the whole unit must stop all at once, otherwise we have a collision. The same problem has been at the very beginning of the railways. A huge problem, how to stop all at once the whole unit. The solution was, at that time, that the railway cars used to be connected with a overhead line, overtop line. There was a line, a wire. And when the driver of the locomotive decides to trigger the braking, he pulls this line, which shall start braking process with each and every car. But there was a problem with this line, accuracy and precise. The system was operational, but far from safety, far from being safe. The second system of stopping the cars was a very simple one, namely, the company used to hire small boys to sit on top of each and every car, and upon a signal from the driver, they've been pushing the wheel, and there the braking procedure starts here, 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 and here separately. Okay, but the problem was there's been a lot of fatalities because the system was also not so simultaneous, and there's been a lot of crashes, a lot of fatalities because the boys used to fall down. And George Westinghouse in 1869, 154 years ago, in US, has witnessed such a terrible accident. And then he decided to do something with it. His idea was to find a solution to make the whole unit to stop all at once. His idea was to, very simple, let's imagine a locomotive and the cars. His idea was to connect each and every car till the dead end with locomotive with a special rubber. Okay? And within this rubber to compress the air up to 5 atmosphere. So we have a whole line locomotive and the car one by one connected into one line with a pipeline with compressed air inside. And below each and every such a car, there is a special tank. Okay, we have the following car and we have a proceeding car. And below this railway car we have a special tank. Here we have 5 atmosphere within the line, with the pipeline. Then the system locks this cylinder, which is divided into 2. We have a piston here. So here we have 5 atmosphere. If the pressure within this pipeline drops, hissle somewhere, then the pressure with this chamber goes down. So the piston moves this way, because here we have blocked 5 atmosphere. So the piston moves from here to here. And moving in this way, he press upon the pad, which press upon the wheel. And then we have braking process. So each and every time there is a drop of pressure within this line, everywhere you can have an emergency here, 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 or even in the locomotive. So if there is the low of the pressure within this line, there is moves within the cylinder of this piston, and then we have a braking process. Very slow, a very low drop of pressure, lower braking process. High loss of pressure, the higher braking process. Of course, you can imagine that this is the completely opposite to the cars. In cars, you have a pedal, and each and every time you press, you brake your car. The more you press, the more you brake, the stronger you brake. But within the railway, the more the pressure drops from the system, from this rubber line, the more the braking. Slow pressure, slow braking. A huge pressure drop, huge braking. You may ask, how come? Why is that? Very simple. Let's imagine, if there is an accident, and you have a derailment, and you have brake within here, or here, or here, then there is a drop within the pressure in this pipeline. So if there is a drop anywhere, the system stops automatically. That's why it's safe. And that's why whenever you see on the roadside a car, rolling car, with some rubber line in front and rubber line at the end, and you may think, oh, this is a devastated model. No, that is correct. Because each and every railway unit has a rubber in front and has a rubber at the end, rubber line, to connect with proceeding vehicle and the following vehicle, to make and to fulfill one pipeline, compressed air, with compressed air. This revolutionary idea of George Westinghouse gave the birth of the very first safety procedure. Let's underline that he observed a horrible accident and came up with a solution how to get the train stopped quickly. His idea, his invention is based upon compressed air, which release braking. If air pressure was lowered or accidentally leaked, the brakes would activate. The system is the root of modern rail braking system all over the world. This genius idea comes from 1869. George Westinghouse, 154 years ago. And his brilliant idea has not changed ever since, exists today. Thank you very much.